Moving on, unrest and violence in the Tigray region in Ethiopia has left more than 1.7 million people, including children, homeless without any support, not even food. Now, thousands of children have either been separated from their parents or have lost them to war. Here's a report on how children in Tigray are having to become the victims of a political war.
After months of airstrikes, fierce gunfight and attacks on army camps, violence rumbles on in Tigray in Ethiopia, and reports of more massacres, rape and widespread hunger continue to emerge. It has been 6 months since Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed sent troops into Tigray for a military campaign that he vowed would be swift. But an end to violence and misery is nowhere in sight. And the worst affected by the unrest are thousands of children in the conflict region who are currently separated from their parents. Many continue to live in unsafe and dire conditions in informal camps. Reports say that there are at least 917 unaccompanied children and more than 4,000 separated children. Many were separated from their parents while fleeing for their lives in the region. Others have lost their parents to violence. With no adult caregivers around, many of them are now facing the risk of neglect and sexual and physical abuse. Meeting basic needs like food, water and shelter for these children continues to remain a big challenge.
There is a lack of access to food and to water, as well as ongoing destruction of healthcare facilities. At the moment, the needs on the ground are huge, and what we're seeing is not enough funding to support the services that are required to reach children and their families. So a lot of the healthcare facilities in Tigray are not functioning at the moment. They've been damaged due to the conflict and have had a lot of stores and equipment looted.
Across the Tigray region, more than 1.7 million children and adults have been displaced and are in need of urgent support with access to food, shelter, healthcare, mental health support, clean drinking water and sanitation services.
The lack of access to healthcare has a huge impact on children and mothers. Children at the very basic level are not able to receive their routine childhood immunisations, putting them at huge risk of infectious diseases and also increasing the risk of an outbreak within the region.
The violence began after Ethiopia's Prime Minister sent troops into its northernmost region in November 2020 to detain and disarm leaders of the Tigray People's Liberation Front, a ruling party that had dominated national politics for 3 decades. Though Abiy Ahmed declared victory after federal forces took control of the region, the fighting has still not ended. And the ones suffering the most due to this war are the children in Tigray. They have lost their schools, their homes, their families and their parents. And thousands of them have witnessed things that no child should ever see. Bureau Report, WION World is One.